Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Curator, of course. So you probably already know what happened. Praise the gods, praise the T-Fortress gods, praise Lord Gibbon, because a T-Fortress 2 update has arrived, and not a small one at that. It was actually a pretty huge update, and even amongst large T-Fortress updates, this was a large update. So a lot of things have changed, and in this video, similar to previous videos on patches, I will go over some of the major changes that has happened in this big patch. So what will I talk about in this video? I will talk about the weapons changes, a bit, not all of them, and I will explain why in a moment. I will talk about the new maps that have been added, and I will also talk about what the Gun Mettle Campaign is all about, and the Gun Mettle Campaign pause. So let's start off with the weapons first. I'm not going to go all over the weapons, and there's a good reason why, all over the weapon changes, and there's a good reason why I'm not going to go all over the changes. That's because there are simply way too many. What I suggest is, first off, read the patch notes, because some of the patch notes actually are not going to appear in the weapons descriptions. For example, there was a change to the spy where if a spy disguises, it still takes 2 seconds to disguise, but if he switches from one disguise to another disguise, it only takes half a second anymore instead of 2 seconds. So that's a change to the spy that won't appear in game. You won't see like a pop-up that says that information. So you might want to read the patch notes to see stuff like that. And also try out some weapons in the game itself, because like there are just way too many. I don't think you are going to remember every little detail in the patch notes about some of the changes of the weapon, unless you have like a really good memory. But some of the major changes to some of the weapons, the death ring, for example, has been changed significantly. The engineer has changed. The engineer has had multiple changes. Basically, the engineer just builds stuff faster than he used to. Also, the gunslinger has changed a bit. The mini sentries are now a bit different. The detonator has changed quite a bit. The vaccinator has changed quite a bit. The bazaar bargain also received some changes. And oh, the panic attack has been buffed. It will probably still be awful, but slightly less awful. So that's a neat little change too, and a necessary one on that. So there have been also some new maps that are being added in this game mode. Well, not game mode, this update is what it is. Let's start over with the worst one, in my opinion, right? And move over to the better ones. So the first one has been CP Snowplow. This is a map that I personally really dislike. First off, the layout of the map I don't really like, and okay, it's an attack defense map basically. You capture a point and that moves the train. Apparently the train has some kind of health bar for some reason, a health percentage. I don't really know what that means, and maybe that's the reason why Valve decided it was too confusing. Because they were originally going to add this map in the end of the line update, but they weren't going to because they said that the map was going to be too confusing. This did cause backlash in the T-Fortress 2 community, sorry. So that's perhaps the reason why they added it in this update. But it's still, I played it before this update and I didn't like it then, and it hasn't changed much since then, so I still don't really like it. And mainly what the major problem is with this, the spawn positions don't move. So for the first point is, as an attacker, it's really easy to capture, but the last point is really difficult. Because you have to like the team spawning right on top of the third point, the last point, so it's really difficult to capture that one. I feel almost like a dick because not liking this map, but because so much effort went in this and I were declined at the end of the line update. But still, in my opinion, I don't really like this map. It's like my new Sawmill. Sawmill I didn't really like, and this is probably one that I dislike even more, personally. Moving over to one that I like more is CP Powerhouse. This is a 3 control point CP map. It's pretty nice, not much to say about it. It's not really an amazing map, but it's not really bad either. It's just pretty good overall. It's nice to walk and jump. And then the next map is Payload Borneo. It's a bit of a weird little name there. And this is just a really good payload map. It looks really good. It has like trees and trees, yes, of course. And has like a very colorful grass. So it's just nice to play, and has also a lot of side passages. It plays really well. Apart from the last point, maybe if you have like a couple of engineers defending the last point, it's like really difficult to push there. But I had no significant issues there. It's just a really good payload map, that one. And then last but not least at all is King of the Hill Sujin. Okay, so gameplay wise, this map is not that great. There aren't many health packs, there aren't many ammo packs. People are just fighting in the middle, which actually you are supposed to on the King of the Hill map, so it does make sense. But personally, I don't really like the gameplay apart from rocket jumping on top of the buildings, perhaps. But visually, this map looks amazing. I mean, just look at it. I mean, and even like small details like the cherry blossom trees, you actually see animated cherry blossoms falling down. So that's really cool that they did pull something off like that. That is really amazing. So this is probably one of my favorite map and updates, just because of the visuals more so than anything else. Gameplay wise, it's probably Payload Bonnet. That's my favorite. Anyways, so last thing, the Gun Mettle Campaign. So what's this whole thing about? So when you start up the game, you can purchase a Gun Mettle Campaign pass, right? So this will set you back about $6 or $5.50 in my case. I don't really like the fact that they are asking money for this, but then again, if it's based for future Team Fortress 2 developments, I don't really mind that much. I mean, if it pays for more updates, more frequent updates, I don't really mind them asking money to be able to pay for those, because updates do cost money to make. But what does this do? So if you buy this, from the Manco store, you can use this from the inventory, and that will give you some sort of weekly missions, basically. And those weekly missions, if you complete those, you will get like custom weapon skins, kind of. And that's just like a neat little visual reward for completing the missions. So overall, pretty good patch. Again, like I would definitely suggest to read the patch notes and try out all of the weapon changes yourself, because they're really quite a lot. I think they are probably trying to prepare for the competitive Team Fortress 2. They are working on. I made a video before but lots of weapons like seem to have balanced and more reliable and that kind of stuff. But anyways, I'll stop rambling on so you can go ahead and enjoy the update. Good luck, have fun, thanks for watching, and take care, folks.